Hi, good day everyone. My name is Bijun Park. My matrix number is 245604. Today, I want to present the topic interview as interactive communication. The first one, the purpose of communication is to promote understanding. In the face-to-face communication, it may not be too hard to promote understanding, as you can usually tell by reaction of the recipient. The first thing to ensure is your message is constructed in such a way that the meaning is clear and that is delivered with clarity. The second is that the receiver has clearly heard and understood. Interview is a two-way process, which is sender and receiver. Sender will send the message through a method to the receiver. The receiver will give back the feedback to the sender. And now, I want to share the importance of communication. The first thing is speak clearly and clearly to convey your meaning carefully. The second is make sure that the message is received and understood. The third is be aware of your feeling when you communicate. The fourth, be aware of the effect that you have of the person receiving the message. The fifth is look for body language both in yourself and in listener. The sixth is be sensitive in both word and expression. The last one is non-verbal communication account for 93% of what we communicate. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Zhang Jiyong. My matrix number is 245734. Today I will talk about the communication style. When our interview, we got many communication style. Different communication style will come for different job. The first one I want to talk about is activator. Activator, this is concerned with more in end result and what is practical and tangible. In this activator, the job preferred is production and professional and thirdly. And the next one is the filler. Filler more in the reaction. This filler will prefer in the job is sales, customer service, and the third one is the analysis. There is more logical, systematic, and strategy. The job they are prefer is accounting and engineering. The fourth one is conceptualizer. This more in linking idea rather than by process them logically. This one more in innovation and creative. This one we prefer is advertising. Thank you.
Today I will be talking about interview as an interactive communications. My name is Tang Zipeng. My reference number is 245279. This is my teammate. His name is Chang Chi Yong. So today I will be talking about why interview is an interactive communication. If interview is not an interactive communication, why do we bother to do face-to-face interview? Actually, we can just through telephone interviews, through video interviews maybe, we actually no need to do face-to-face interviews. Why the interviewees limit us to go and see them face-to-face and need us to do interview there? There is a purpose, because this is an interactive communication. Why do I say so? Communication is often said, as mentioned by my teammates, communication is made when both side messages are actually conveyed to each other. So interactive communication is a way that other than language means we actually use body language, and through interview we can actually see their body language as a means of communication. Why do I say so? Because this is a body language communication. When we are interviewing, there are actually a lot of aspects for us to see as body language communication. Okay, so for an example, eye contact. When you are interviewing, you might find that your interviewee will actually keep on looking at your eyes, like making eye contacts. A confident person will keep on looking at his eyes when we are talking, and not so confident person will actually avoid having eye contact when they are talking, like they will keep on looking down, or they will look at the other side when they are talking, or look up and down. Yeah. So this is a proof of body language communication. This doesn't mean that you don't have to talk to communicate. Yes, you still have to talk, but when you are talking, your body signs will show how confident you are, what confidence level you are at now. Okay, so this is eye contact, and second is your facial expression. Let's say I'm now not smiling and talking to you. I'm actually doing my angry face and talking to you. But I'm very fierce and in a bad mood talking to you. What impression do you have towards me? Of course, you'll feel like, oh, this guy is so rude. He's in an interview, but he's showing his face. He's not actually smiling, and he's not trying to be polite. That's why facial expression is also very important in an interview. And this often leads to interactive communication, where actually we look at other aspects other than the way you talk. This is the body language, the body signs part, your facial expression. And of course, when interviewing, there are three aspects that is very important. Enthusiasm, in Malay we call it the semangat. And second, confidence, keyakinan. And third one, lucidity, the expression and the clearness when you are talking. Of course, I'm not saying that I'm not talking very clearly, but especially when you are talking very blur, your interviewer might find it to be very confusing to listen to what you have to talk, especially when you're talking like when you are very nervous. Of course, they don't understand a word and they don't understand a sentence from you. And if you got these three aspects, it is called as a very interactive communication, where actually both sides can actually understand each other and they can convey their message very clearly through each other. So, other than that, the way you dress is also a way of communication in an interview. Let's say I'm now wearing tie. Yeah, you might see I'm actually in a proper attire. Let's say I'm not wearing tie and go to an interview. What the interviewer will think about me? They will be thinking again, oh, this guy is not even dressed properly to come for an interview, and they will be having bad impression of you. And I don't even have to talk. This is a way of communication, right? You understand it just by looking at me. I don't even have to speak. I don't even have to open my mouth. That's why interview is an interactive communication. It's not even verbally language. It's not even verbally related. Okay, so last but not least, I would like to mention a little bit about like your small body signs, like crossing your arms during interview is a no-no, because this might show that you are a bit impatient in an interview, and it might give your interviewer a very bad impression of you yourself. And the very last is your tone of voice. And tone of voice is very important. Yes, talk loudly and clearly is very important, but make sure you are not talking too loud. When you are talking too loud, you'll be very rude to your interviewer. And this is also a way of communication, also interactive communications. And last but not least, I would like to do a handshake. A confident people will actually do a handshake. They will grip their opponent hand very, very tightly for at least 4 seconds. But let's say if they are not confident enough, they will let go the moment they handshake. Yeah, that's all. So it means they are not confident enough. Okay, I think that's all from me. Now I'll pass to my teammates to talk about the rest of the parts. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, my name is Lim Ohi and matrix number is 245837. Besides skills of communication, we also need to focus on environment during interview process. So the best place to have an interview is in a quiet place, so that the interview process will not be interrupted and the interviewer will have a clear space to think about the answer. And the second, comfortable, also important. The temperature in the room must not be too hot and not so cold. As a conclusion, interviews are not only about verbal communication, but also about a variety of skills. As we mentioned just now, we get this information and highlights from these 4 books. Thank you.